Welcome to the Steve Reeve Podcast with the best moments from the past week and a few things that didn't make it to air. Thursday.
Last year, 32 out of the 33 wildfires that started over the May long weekend in Alberta were caused by humans. Have fun. Be safe. Be safe. Have fun. Right? It feels like a Bobby McFerrin song at this point. Don't worry. Be safe now. But seriously, just I want that number to stay with you. I want you to have fun. I want us all to have an awesome long weekend. It's going to start off tomorrow as early as anybody's free for the day. That long weekend has begun. But as you're going through it, if you're heading out there into nature, if you're having a little bit of a gathering, if you're having a fire, using the ATVs, 32 out of 33.
It's time for Cruise Music News with Steve Reeve.
It's Bob Dylan in the news again, and not actually because of his biopic with Timothée Chalamet. It's because he was playing during a performance, an Outlaw Music Festival tour alongside, Willie Nelson and all that. It was in Phoenix just this week. He played a song by the Pogues, covered A Rainy Night in Soho for the very first time, but then he also brought something out of the annals of history. He hasn't played a live version of Mr. Tambourine Man in 15 years, and that has changed, with footage being shared on the internet as well. You can search that up. It's a big name in Canada and music in general. The Weeknd, real name Abel Tesfaye. I guess he's going to kill off the moniker of The Weeknd. He said that he would after his Hurry Up Tomorrow album and film, which has just arrived. So new moves are coming. I mean, I always thought that Abel Tesfaye was just kind of a cool name anyway. And Oasis. We've got an update about the Live in 95 tour, Live in 25 tour from 95, really. And this reunion tour is confirming the addition of Andy Bell as part of the lineup. And he actually played with them between 1999 and 2009, and actually worked with Liam Gallagher post-Oasis as well. Final Destination. New one, Bloodlines, going to be opening up tomorrow. So very soon. And I've been watching through them again. And most of them, pretty excited about seeing. I was a little bit dreadful getting ready to watch number 4 last night, though. Something I've had no desire to watch again since it first came out in 2009. It's just so bad. A cheesy parody of the other films, but, with 3D CGI gimmicks at every turn. It was definitely a victim of that era of movies, where when you watch them like on your home TV now, or catch it on cable or something, some streaming service, you go, oh, yeah, okay, I see what they were doing. That was supposed to be 3D. That was supposed to be 3D. That was supposed to be 3D. And it's just bad. It's just bad. And those effects are definitely showing their age now. But there are some fun moments and some mild surprises, but I would only recommend watching it because it's terrible. Like, that should be your goal, not to enjoy a horror movie spectacle. In fact, I'm extremely excited to get to number 5, to wash the taste of this one out of my mouth. Turns out the odd-numbered entries are the best ones, which isn't the best sign of what might be coming in the new one tomorrow. Still, it has been 16 years since we've had one. Gotta have hope, even if, not a single person seems to have ever survived one of these movies.
Friday.
This is kind of crazy. Los Lobos were in town in Edmonton. They were just playing a casino just a day after the team won their series and advanced. So, that happened on the 14th. They were scheduled to play on the 15th, but in fact, they surprised with an impromptu mini set for anybody who was attending a game watch party on Wednesday night as well. I mean, they advance in the series, they go on to the conference finals, and Los Lobos suddenly shows up. For the scheduled show, the band was all decked out in jerseys, Oilers logo projected on the walls, and people just, they're losing their minds as they played La Bamba, baby. What a perfect cosmic timing, that they were in town for that. I mean, other than the fact that the Oilers seem to have entirely switched to Chapel Roan's Pink Pony Club instead of La Bamba for when they win, but hey, you know what? It is close enough. Pair of new announcements for headlines this morning. Black Keys, after having a big tumultuous issue with their most recent album, the rollout of it, the tour that was supposed to be supporting it, and clearly issues with management, they actually just seemed to just start everything from scratch again. They decided to get new representation, and they wanted to just start fresh with a new tour and a new album that they've just announced. It's called No Rain, No Flowers, but they're describing it as a labor of love. And it's a full album, not just an EP. They say groove-driven, danceable vibes are going to be announced, are going to be expected for their freshly announced 13th album. As for when you're going to be able to get your hands on it, apparently August 8th is the day. Pre-orders already available, as they always are. And collaboration is in the air for Ed Sheeran. He's just given some tastes, a little preview for something that's going to be showing up for the F1 film soundtrack. Drive is the song, but he's collaborated with John Mayer and Dave Grohl to produce it. That one's going to be available very soon as a single. As for the entire soundtrack, well, remains to be seen. It'll come eventually. And that's it for your music news this morning.
You're listening to the Steve Reeve Podcast from 100.5 Cruise FM.
Canadian Tire bought the Bay, the Hudson's Bay Company. Well, I mean, at least the brand. Expect to see those iconic stripes, not only at Canadian Tire, I guess, the most Canadian sounding of all of the different Canadian chains that we have. I've heard Americans say, well, why do you need to call it Canadian? You're in Canada. But you're also going to see at Sport Chek and Mark's Work Warehouse as well. But what they should do is, after a while, just let it rest for a second, let it settle, and then bring it back as a full-on fur trading post situation, Like a full fur trading post. I want to see those, like, Fort Edmonton Park wooden spikes for, like, a wall around the place, and barter transactions only, but with random modern products sort of, like, peppered in there. 2 coyote pelts for a new PlayStation game. What an exotic treat in the studio here today, because we have some literal exotic animals, and this is with the Fort McMurray Wildlife Festival, Cobb's Exotic Animal Rescue, here in town again for the weekend. I've got a couple people and a whole bunch of animals. Introduce everybody.
So I'm Savannah. I have Bubba. He's our black and white tegu.
I'm Christy, and I'm holding Dozer. He is a red kangaroo.
And I've got Hook the wallaby over here as well. You also brought a porcupine named Tina.
Yeah, Tina's a black-tailed hairy dwarf porcupine.
And she's nocturnal, so she's doing a little snooze right now, but these guys are a little bit up and alert and taking a look around. And so you guys are here visiting in town once again. We've had such great times coming to visit McDonald Island Park when you guys have been here before. But for maybe people who haven't been, what's the whole deal? Come and say hi to some animals, yeah?
Yeah, so it is $16 online or $20 at the door. What that entails is you get to come and pet and see all our animals. We have stage shows going on throughout the day as well, so you can learn some interesting facts about our animals.
Something that the kids love so much. I think you have 3 different programs that are kind of cycling through the weekend. Kids can learn so much about diversity, about animals, not just here in our neck of the woods, but of course around the world. Hook's just adjusting here. He's got to get a little bit more comfy. Hey, buddy. And specific times for certain things you can kind of book online, but you can also just show up, right?
Yeah, you can just show up, come in, take a look around. We do have experience tickets, so it's more one-on-one. You actually get to hold the animal, cuddle, instead of just reaching into the pen and petting it. And that's whatever time you see fit throughout the day.
Perfect. And wildlifefestival.ca is the website where people can find out all about it. What I love is that I saw on the Facebook event page, you guys had a thing about if you know somebody who would really benefit from this, who would really love to meet these animals, but maybe there's a financial barrier in place, you guys want to work with that, right?
Yeah, we always do special circumstances, so you can email us and explain your situation, and our owner will actually email you back and kind of let you know what we can do for you.
Yeah, exactly. No guarantees or anything like that, but at least it's an opportunity. If there's anybody with difficulty with crowds or noise, quiet hours happening as well. So what is that? 10 to 11 on Saturday is what I know.
Yeah, so that's there's no loud noises, there's no music playing, it's more one-on-one. There's no stage shows, so there's no loud mics going on at the same time.
Yeah.
So it's for you guys to come in, have your quiet little cuddles with the animals, and so your kids or even yourself don't get overwhelmed.
Yeah, it's so amazing, and because it can be an overwhelming situation. Of course, the animals are quite used to it. These guys are pretty docile and chill and just having a comfy time. I want to say thank you for coming to the studio, but also for coming to visit town again. If people want to find out more about Cobb's Exotic Animal Rescue and all that you do, how can they do that?
They can find us on Facebook, Cobb's Exotic Rescue. You can look at wildlifefestival.ca.
I just got a message, literally, I sent photos of me holding Hook the wallaby to my girlfriend. I just got a message back saying, what the heck is this? What is going on at your work today? I'm going to have to bring her by. So we'll see you again this weekend.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you guys so much for stopping by.
Transmission over. Want more Steve? New podcast episodes happen every Friday, or just tune into the Steve Reeve Show. Weekday mornings starting at 5:30 a.m. on 100.5 Cruise FM.